Hello, hi, howdy, welcome, welcome. I am Zeal Ginjoka of NIJISANJI and 11th Wave by the Beat. どうも NIJISANJI and by the Beat の Zeal Ginjoka です。大家好，我是 by the Beat 的教主是 Zeal Ginjoka. Mucho gusto, me llamo Zeal Ginjoka. Bonjour, je suis Zeal Ginjoka. Guten Tag, mein Name ist Zeal Ginjoka. Sincere Dinner Zeal Ginjoka. 안녕하세요, Zeal Ginjoka 입니다. And today I'm joined by a very, very special guest. Please give a warm welcome to Zerpents. That's you, by the way. That's you. Hello. Hi, hi. Howdy, howdy. Oh, daily Zerpent box down. I literally just fixed it. Stop. The way I preemptively, before I even went over here, I was like, I'm going to fix this early. And then it broke immediately. It can't contain the Zerpents. It's crazy. But hello, hello. I think it's a YouTube problem. I think so too. But hello. Welcome, welcome. Today is going to be a bit of a fun stream. We will be tuning a vocal synth to sing a song that is not mine. Yeah? As you can see by the title, the thumbnail, and the pinned comment, we will be tuning a vocal synth to sing Lunaria by Marionette, which the link is right there. That should go there. Yeah. So I'm very, very excited. Very excited for that. I hope that you, I don't know. Hopefully it's not too boring. I feel like vocal synth tuning can be kind of boring, but hopefully you can find it exciting. Or at least a little bit different if you're not used to how vocal synths work, you know? I've done this once before with my own song, Only You. So today should be similar to that, but it's going to be a bit, I don't want to say a surprise at the end, but I'm a bit more prepared this time around. But before that, let's chat a little bit, yeah? Let me see. Let me put this over here. I'm still a little groggy from the 12-hour stream yesterday, but I just ate a good meal. Wind tunnels on like almost full blast. Sorry if you hear noise. It's hot, but it's supposed to cool down soon, I think. Hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, let me see. Misaki, welcome to the basement. Semvir, welcome to the basement. Shadowbane check. Hello, hi, I missed you. Hello, how are you? Ivy, you return from the shadows. Welcome to the light. Hello, I'm good. How are you, my wonderful serpents? Yeah, thank you. Let's go. I love Lunaria, so I'm super excited to hear your take on it with your tuning today. I'm fighting for my life to stay awake though. Love you, sir. Yumehea, love you too. The VOD will be here for you. You should rest up, yeah? Have you slept yet? No, surely no Zerpent has stayed awake for the whole 12-hour stream, then worked a whole shift, and then you're still here, right? Surely not, right? Be sure to get some rest, okay? The sleep aid ASMR VOD is there for you, yeah? Have not slept. You haven't slept? Zerpents, am I streaming too much for you? That's crazy, Zerpents. Oh no. Oh man. Please rest, Evie. So true, so true. Well, please take it easy, alright? But yippee! Tuning stream. I'm already crying, by the way. Nene, oh, don't cry. Not gonna I did. Oh, but I'm excited for today, yeah? Thank you. Hi, Zeal. It's my birthday today. I turned the big 25. I'm not gonna be able to stay for all stream because I'm at a fam dinner, but I'm excited to watch the VOD. Love forever, Javi. Marshmallow, love forever and ever. Yo! Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Well, we have a very special song when it's someone's birthday, yeah? So, do you know? If you do, then join in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear marshmallows. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Happy birthday! Thank you so much for stopping by on your very special day, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your birthday, week, month, year, all the way up until your next one, yeah? Thank you so much. Wow. Let's go. And also have a nice dinner, yeah? Thank you. When Zealous dropped a year ago, it seemingly landed on my head given how much it altered my brain chemistry. Happy 1 year to Zealous and me. Yippee! Rain, thank you so much for 1 year and happy 1 year to Zealous, yeah? Whoa. 2 celebrations. At once, it's crazy. Thank you. Guy who got released both from uni and the Shadow Realm, so excited for another tuning stream. Yippee! Killian, let's go! You're free now. You're in the light. You are free. Let's have a lot of fun today, yeah? Thank you. I'm finally back home after traveling to see family. I can watch you live again. I miss you so much. Big kiss. Love you. Yanya, I love you too. Big kiss. Well, I hope you had a fun trip, yeah? But I'm happy to have you here, yeah? Welcome back. I miss you so much, my wonderful serpents. Thank you. Why are you so cool, awesome, and talented? Wow, I'm so excited to learn. Alice, aw, shucks. Why are you so sweet, incredible, and wonderful, my wonderful serpents? But thank you so much for a whole year. And I'm excited to show you, I guess, some more about vocal synths, yeah? Specifically SynthV. We're using the exact same engine as last time. Whoa, this stream feels like a dream. My 2 biggest Oshis. Thank you so much for this. Mwah, I love you. Ginjokas, love you too. Ooh, my voice cracked. Hold on, give me a sec. I love you too. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I can, what is it? Combine your worlds for a second or something, yeah? I'm excited. I love the song so much. It's such a banger. And the voice that I picked for it that we're going to tune today is Rose from夢ノ結唱, which is based on the voice actress who voices Yukina from Bang Dream. So I feel like, you know, for this, I wanted to do similar to with Only You when I was tuning it. I wanted to tune a voice that I feel like adds a different vibe, you know? Because vocal synth is meant to be a fun kind of, it's an instrument, it's a musical tool, right? So it's not a replacement of a human voice, or it's not meant to be a competitor to it. It's kind of like, what is it? It's like a fun, different thing. It's like the equivalent of a toy piano versus a grand piano. You know what I mean? Like, if you can make a toy piano, you can perform what, like, there's some songs that are better for one thing and some songs are better for the other, but some songs that are like interesting to try on both, right? So I hope that it can be a fun, different vibe, and I'm excited. Yeah, like a different flavor. Exactly. Yeah. So hopefully it'll be fun. Learned Mary had a little lamb on my toy piano. Listen, it's better than me. I first learned chopsticks. Let's see. Thank you for the vocal synth stream. Your tuning stream was interesting and you made it easy to understand. That was really helpful and I learned a lot from it. Looking forward to today's stream. Wah! Hasui Takeya! Wah! Let's have a lot of fun today, yeah? I'm glad you think so. I think tuning's a lot of fun, so I'm excited that I can share it with you, yeah? Thank you so much. It's never boring watching you. Oh, Aurelico, thank you so much. Thank you. No, shucks. Well, I'm never bored with my wonderful serpents, yeah? Thank you. Insomnia is being mean to me, so I haven't slept. Oh, hope you're doing well, Corazon. I'm so excited for today's stream. I'm so happy. I love you, Ma. Akai, I love you too. Please get some rest when you can, alright? But I get it. I get that it's, you know, sometimes impossible, but happy to keep you company in the meantime, yeah? So thank you, just relax and take it easy, alright? Thank you, thank you. Hi Zeal, I'd like to ask, since you said you didn't plan to release your SynthV covers, have you considered posting clips of your covers on Twitter or maybe do YouTube shorts? It'd be great for us to admire your work. Sabrina, well... I think Twitter would be a difficult thing to do, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I have some things I want to discuss, maybe, like afterwards, but it like with stuff, right? But I'm not so sure about that because I feel like, where is it? What's the word? I want to put this nicely. How do I? My main goal with these streams, I suppose, with doing this is to show the world of vocal synth and the concept of it to fans of, you know, to Heartbeats, to Zerpents, to, in this instance, Mighty Pets maybe, you know, to fans of NIJISANJI and livers and stuff like that in general. But I'm a bit wary of posting like versions of songs that use vocal synths because I feel like that will reach a different audience. you know what I mean? One that might clash with, yeah. Just a copyright issue. That too. The thing is, I said that in a vague way, but actually it can go like multiple different routes, you know? So I'm not gonna, you know, you might be thinking one thing, but there's also like 3 other reasons. So, but still, yeah. Anyways, that's my main thought process, but also I'm not opposed to it entirely. I'm just not sure. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to discuss, right? We'll have to see. Yeah. But it's a fun idea. I think at the very least, it might make it easier for you to like re-listen to it, because I was thinking about it. I was like, how did I tune Lunaria for only you, right? And I had to go back and I was like, oh, thank goodness, timestamps. Thank you so much for timestamps, by the way. But I was like, well, you know what? This would be easier if I just had like a single video for it, right? Right. I think I can make members only shorts, which feels counterintuitive because in my mind, shorts are meant to be kind of sent out there like carrier pigeons in the wind. You know what I mean? But that might be good for that kind of instance, you know, something like that. Really? Yeah. I suppose his main use might be to preview shorts before they get actually sent out, right? Right? Yeah. But I'm not sure. I do think there's a lot of options to do and a lot of ways that I want to allow you to like continue to easily find it, right? Because, you know, I know the frustration of like, oh, the only way I can find this audio is if it's like in the stream later on, right? So I'll think about it more. Thank you for bringing it up. There's a lot of fun things to do. Like it's not what is it? It's fun to think up, I think. You know what I mean? Like, oh wait, this is kind of new for a liver to do. What can we do with this? What can we like, you know, how can we present this in a fun way, you know? So I'm excited. For future plants, yeah, call that fertilizer. Let me see. Hi, hello, Nady. I'm free from the HE double hockey sticks of thesis defense, and I want to tell you this wonderful news that I passed my thesis defense. Wow, Umazu-san, let's go. I'm so proud of you. You did it. You won. Whoa. You passed. You're victorious. Whoa. Let's go. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for 11 months. And I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, who you calling Tree Paw? What? Huh? Who you? Huh? But yeah. I feel like, what is it? I like vocal synths. I think they're cool. I like Vocaloid. I'm starting to go back on my ways. I'm starting to, I'm used to be such a proprietor of like, you know, there's so many different engines, you know, you got like Vocaloid, Utau, Voicona, SynthV, Chevio, Ace, you know, it's like, we should call them under the umbrella term vocal synth, but now I'm like, what if they're all just Vocaloids? What if I just call Teto a Vocaloid? I don't think they'd be mad. You know? No, this isn't you is crazy. Is Utau not Vocaloid? Oh, so Vocaloid is, how do I describe it? It's kind of like the Band-Aid of adhesive bandages, or back in the day when people would call every home console a Nintendo, right? Vocaloid is its own engine that certain voices are created for and released for, similar to game consoles, right? So you have, I guess the biggest one is Hatsune Miku. She was initially released for Vocaloid 2, right? So that's the equivalent of like, what's like the biggest PS2 game? What would you say is like the biggest PS2 game? My immediate mind is like Silent Hill 2, but that's kind of niche. That's definitely not the biggest. You know what I mean? But you know, something like that. And then it's like, okay, well, sometimes they get like ports to other consoles or remakes, right? Like, I guess going with the Silent Hill comparison for PlayStation, right? Hatsune Miku was, you know, released for Vocaloid 3 and Vocaloid 4, which there are silent games on the PS3 and I think PS4, right? And she also has her own engine thing, which is like Miku NT, which is like, I don't know, a completely separate thing. I was going to try and compare it to like Shattered Memories on the PSP, but no, it's like if it was on its own little separate thing, right? And now she's got a Vocaloid 6, which is like Silent Hill 2 remaster for the PS5. You know, that's kind of the vibe, right? But, you know, Silent Hill 2, like that, you know, Silent Hill is like on that one console and sometimes on multiple, but it's also kind of like how Mario is only on Nintendo, right? I feel like, what's a good example of that? I'm trying to think of a big name people might know. I guess Teto. Miku's like Kingdom Hearts, yeah. Teto is on a completely different engine. Teto's not on Vocaloid. Teto is on SynthV, which is what we're tuning today. So Teto is, Kasane Teto is like they're both vocal synths, but they're on different engines. So you can call them Vocaloid, but that's like calling every game console a Nintendo or every adhesive bandage a Band-Aid or something like that, you know? So they're different, but they do fall under the same umbrella term that I think the general consensus now, because there's so many different engines, is to just say vocal synth. But I don't know, I'm starting to go back to be like, what if we just call everything a Vocaloid? Yeah. And there's also cross-platform stuff too. You've got like Miss Megploid Gumi, who's both a Vocaloid and a SynthV. You know, some voices are, but they sound different. They don't sound the same, right? Because they're ported for different engines, like different game consoles, right? That type of thing. Yeah. I'm trying to think, who is the voice that's probably on the most engines? My immediate thought is Yuzuki Yukari. Because she's she's on like everything. I feel like she's on like literally everything. Barring SynthV. I think the only thing she's not on is SynthV. But yeah, you know, some voices are on a lot of different engines and some voices are made specifically for one engine, you know? That's the vibe. It's kind of complicated, right? There isn't just... There used to be kind of like a vocal synth, I don't want to say monopoly, but like only people really use Vocaloid, which is why people refer to it as Vocaloid. But then after like, the late 2010s, there was a boom of like a bunch of different engines that sound really good, like SynthV and Voicona and all that kind of stuff. So now they're all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, those are on a lot. Which is kind of funny because Maknae Nana was made to be the Mac Vocaloid back when Vocaloid didn't work on Mac. New stream idea explaining vocal synths and the engines and all that. That could go on forever. I can go on forever and ever. Like even the voice we'll be using today, Rose,夢ノ結唱 Rose, actually didn't start out on SynthV. It started out on Chevio. Which is a completely different engine. It's the one that Kafu was on. If you remember Kafu, you know, that one. I think the introduction of Kafu really introduced people to engines that aren't Vocaloid, you know? Yeah. For vocal synth fans. It was so funny because there'd be like Vocaloid rankings and Kafu. Top 10 Vocaloid songs and Kafu. You know. It's pretty funny. I'm really interested in vocal synths. Your stream is very simple for me to understand it in a fun way. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Love you. Aini ma. Kizzy, love you too. Aini. Thank you. Flower is a Vocaloid, right? Flower started out in Vocaloid, but now Flower is a Chevio? Did they put Flower in Voicona? Voicona is like Chevio too. Voicona is like to Chevio as like the switches to the Wii U, I guess. You know what I mean? They did? They did! Okay. I didn't see that much movement from that. I think it's because Chevio Flower's design was kind of a departure from what people expected. And people listen with their eyes. So even though the voice sounded great, they were like, who is this? You know? Rose is so good. Wow, Hasli Takeya. She really is. She really is. Wow, I'm free from the Shadow Realm too, but now I got a headache. Can I have healing kisses, please? Sad wolf pop, absolutely. Hope your headache goes away soon, yeah? Well, thank you so much for being here. And welcome to the light. Oh. What does Rose sound like if you can describe it? Well, you're gonna hear soon. In fact, should we get started? Do you want to get started tuning? We can just keep chatting while we tune. It's kind of mindless, I would say, right? Although I do get a little distracted. Let's see, do you want to hold my hat or my coat while we go into the tuning? It's a little hot today, so maybe I'll give you both, yeah? Here you go. Take good care of it, alright? Thank you so much, my wonderful serpents. Alright, let me go over here. I'm going to have to actually move some stuff really quick. Let me see. So the other thing is I will be tuning with SynthV Pro, but there's SynthV 2. SynthV 2 Studio Pro, whatever. The version that I'm using is a little more robotic, but I feel like I have more control over it. So it might not be like there's a version 2 of Rose that's a little more, I guess, realistic, but I'm like, I don't super care about that. You know, I want the control over the realism. That's always how I feel. So, you know, if you're thinking, wow, I'm interested in trying out Rose, you know, yours may sound different if you do get Rose. Yeah. Let me see. I think I'll go right here. This probably works out. All right, let me do this really quick. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me go over here. Oh. All right. All right. Okay. Welcome to SynthesizerV. That's what this is. Let me make sure. Is this properly? Yep. Well, let me double check. Is there anything on here that you shouldn't see? I know that I shouldn't double check this while you're literally looking at it. I don't think so. I think we're good. I think we're fine. Yeah, I think it's all good. All right. See, can you see this? No, you can't see the drop down. All right. Okay, let me turn off the background music then. Yeah. All right. Can you hear this? Hold on. It's a little quiet. Let me turn it up. Okay, so your kitchen looks nice. Welcome to SynthesizerV Studio Pro. So this is SynthesizerV 1, kind of, but also not really. There is a SynthV 1, but it wasn't SynthV Studio. It's so confusing. But they named SynthV 2 instead of 3, so I guess this is technically 1. Anyways, so this is kind of like an older version of it that I don't know if you can still get easily, but it's the one I like to use. It's the one I used last time. And yeah, this is like a different engine. And today we'll be tuning Lunaria by Marionette with夢ノ結唱Rose, who is voiced by the voice actress for Yukina Bang Dream, who is I know the name, but I want to make sure that I get it right. I want to remember. was voiced by Aiba Aina. Yeah. So it should be interesting. Yeah. I feel like her voice would totally fit the song, right? Let me see. I'll play a little bit. This is there's a lot of different settings that you can mess around with the voices. I've already input the lyrics, right? All that kind of stuff. But this is how it sounds. Well, by default, I'll just play a few lines, right?
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns.
Yeah. Let me solo the lead. I also found some harmonies and stuff, but that's for leader. Yeah. Sound like Yukina? Yeah. I think she's gonna totally fit the song, so I'm excited to tune. Yeah. So, yeah, I suppose another preface. What is it? I did this last time, but I'll do it again. I feel like I'm gonna have to probably do this in front of every single vocal synth stream, but that's okay, right? Because of the era we live in. You're going to see the phrase like AI thrown around everywhere. Like this voice's name officially is Rose AI and stuff like that. And that is because SynthV does use a form of AI that runs entirely on the desktop. The amount of energy it uses up is the equivalent of playing like a round of Overwatch. And the samples collected are all collected consensually with permission from the voice actress or actor in this case. So nothing stolen, not excessive energy utilized, right? But also it is disingenuous to say that this is not AI. You know what I mean? It is like at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, this is AI. But it is a form of both consensual and like extremely minimal energy AI, you know? Yeah. So that is the era we're in with modern vocal synths as well. Vocaloid 5 and 6 both also utilize this AI now. Voicona utilizes it. SynthV, which we're using, utilizes it. It's yeah. Usage of AI and vocal synths is something people don't really know much about. Yeah. Like Teto, Kasane Teto, AI, Hatsune Miku, AI, Gumi, AI. Those are all utilizing this engine, not this engine, but you know, this concept. However, they are all done in a way that is with permission, full permission of the voicer. And actually there's been instances where voicers are uncomfortable with how characters sound similar to them, right? And those voices get taken down or canceled before they're released. I think there's 2 instances so far where a voicer has been like, I don't like this. And then the project's just been like, all right, we're done. And I'm sure there's been a lot more that have not even reached the promotional stage. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Consent is very crucial with vocal synth because that's the whole point of it. You know, you're supposed to be like, it's supposed to be a different interpretation of like the singer, right? It's not meant to be compete with them because, you know, it's a robot at the end of the day. But yeah, it's supposed to be completely consensual like that. What else? Speaking of the not competing with thing, the whole fun of vocal synth is that I'm going to be tuning in a way that I want this to sound, right? And kind of making it sound in a way that the original singer probably would not sing. And that's kind of the fun of it. That's where, you know, the artistry comes into vocal synth tuning, right? And what else? Specifically with Lunaria, which we tuned last time I did one of these, I think even if it sounds very similar to us, to the original voicer, some voicers say that they hear more of a sister or like a sibling than their own voice, right? Because there is like, no matter what, a vocal synth can never one-to-one replicate a human voice, right? And I think in some instances that's the goal, but that's not the goal that I like. I like it as an artistry thing, right? Which is why I use SynthV 1 instead of 2. That kind of stuff. Yeah. So that's all the disclaimers, basically. That if you're a little uncomfy with that, that's understandable. But it is it is, you know, at the end of the day, ethical. Yeah. I like it robotic. It's true. I mean, even untuned, this sounds so cool, right? Like that's this te so cool, so flat. But yeah. Yeah, that's about it, I would say. I will say, putting this in, Maria's range is crazy. I knew it, but like the notes that this hits, what is it? This is a, I think if we go to the final chorus, which we might not tune the entire song today, this is a B5, right? Even a vocal synth has trouble getting up there. Like, that's crazy. Super high range, super high range. So now you can see just the kind of range that Maria was singing, right? So cool. All right. And also going down to here too.
Tried to run away from mistakes I made in the world I couldn't save.
What is this? A3? Oh. A3, Ian server, rest in peace. A3 up to what? B5? Crazy range in this song. Crazy range in this song. Her range is crazy. Yeah. It was fun to map this out and to see all that and be like, oh my god, Maria crazy. Yeah, super impressive. So my first part of the tuning process is I like to edit the phonemes. So what that is for the word like let's see, walk right here. Let's see, these are the words, right? W-A-L-K, right? Every dog in the like vicinity was just like, oh, ears perked up. Walk. But to get that sound, you use these things up here, which are the phonemes. So that was the w, ah, k sound, right? So what I like to do is I like to edit these around and place them in the way that, or sometimes change the pronunciation a little bit, right? Can we zoom in? I can try. Hold on. I have to hide it for... I'll try and set it to be as big as possible. All right. Oop, wrong one. There we go. This is as big as I can get. This is the UI as the largest you can get. Let me make sure that everything's still like properly cropped then. Hold on. Let me just do this. There we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns.
Yeah. So right here. And for example, right here, between is pronounced like between right here, and I want it to be like between, right?
Between twisted.
And there are ways to do this in the... Actually, let me move myself a little bit. There are ways to do this within the software itself, right? I'm going to sit right here so you can see that. Like we can try and change the strength of the T sound, right?
Between.
Right?
Between.
But if I want a specific pronunciation, I often just like go in and I just do it myself, you know? I'm like, all right. So you can type in here, right? Right? And try and get that sound that you want. So I do this all manually because I'm insane. Yeah. Yeah, like that. If I don't do it myself, low key. When I do it like this, though, I do want to change the singing style. I think I want it to be more flat. When mapping the songs, getting all the notes, do you just listen to the song and manually insert all of them? Yeah, I do. It's a process I can't really, like, show on stream because I literally, like, if there's a way to trace an audio form, I do that. I grab the original song, I chuck it in my DAW, and I, like, use a synth. For me, I have this, I use a saw wave. I use a saw wave to map out the melody on top of the original song, right? Yeah. See, and now it kind of sounds more like how I wanted it to. We could also maybe do between with like this ch sound. Now I kind of like the other one. Between. Yeah. So that's what this is. This is going to be me really editing the pronunciation of like everything. So it's very tedious, but it's what I like to do, you know, to make sure that voice pronounces things the way that I want it to. Yeah, like this. And also, I think a lot of voices default the schwa. I mentioned this before. When you say things like twisted, right? Or what is it? The like I sound, you know, twisted. Is a good example. It's the only one I can think of right now, actually. But that kind of like sound that really is like, it can be any sound, right? There's a lot of accents that I think the natural one to do is like an sound, twisted, right? That is sick and twisted, right? But my sound for that is more like an I sound, right? So I like to make the voices that I'm tuning do kind of an accent similar to mine. So like, that is sick and twisted. Twisted. Yeah. Between twist id. There we go. Yeah. And also, you can add breathing, which I think is fun. So I like to do the H sound, so it goes like thorns, like a breathe out, like you're gonna go like, say you're gonna sing the word hat after it, like thorns, hat, right? That little sound, but without the vowel. So thorns, and then a breathe in, so it's like thorns, kind of like that. It's not as loud here as it could be, but thorns. What's the difference between putting breath sound in lower pitch or higher pitch? In some voices, it determines the strength of the breath. This one, I don't think so. You can kind of, if you edit it, maybe try and make it sound more like frantic, maybe. Like if you go up and down, I think that might edit it. Something like that. Yeah. That might just be a placebo, though. I'm not sure. I can't super hear it. Well, yeah. It doesn't super matter. I just like to keep it on the note it was before, personally, so that I can easily see. Because if it's just randomly in the middle, I'm like, why is that note there? What is that part of the melody? You know, I like to keep it on the previous note it was.
Thorns.
Did it change a bit? It did a little bit, yeah. I do personally like to put the breath samples about every like 2 lines. So I put one here, maybe. Well, actually no, I think here works. And then not one here, but one here, yeah. Because I want to put one at the start of the song, like right around here, right?
I walk along this path alone.
Maybe even earlier. And right here, I'm doing a CL, which is closed. It's good for like glottal stops.
I walk
Or kind of vocal fry if you do it like this.
I walk
A little bit, yeah.
I walk along this path alone between
I'm trying to find an example of where I can show you that. How a glottal stop works.
内なる山
Where is a line that has 2 vowels next to each other? I guess right here. As close as we can get. So if I had the kokoro no part extend over here,
心の奥に
right? If you put the CL right here, it kind of adds a little natural stop in between there. Like,
心の奥に
I guess it's a really high note, so it's kind of hard to tell.
心の奥に
Right? Instead of going like, no, oh, it's meant to be like, no, oh, you know, that kind of like glottal break in between.
心の奥に
Yeah. Maybe I'll try and find another example. Maybe it'd be easier if I do one over here. I know. So if I grab this and I add a glottal stop here. So say I take this I, right? And I try and make a legato right here, which is going from one note to the next, going from lower to higher. Right, that like that, right? If I do this, it'll add a... Well, now why to do it like that? Hold on. If I do this... Well, now why to do it like that? Oh. Okay. There we go. There you can hear that weird like. There we go. There you can hear that. Yeah, that's a glottal stop. All right. When the teacher gets confused, a little bit, maybe just a little bit. But yeah, I like to put those at the start of vowels specifically. Let's see. So I'm just gonna edit the phonemes a little bit. Like, I personally like when I keep using weird words. I personally like when diphthongs are more audible. Also, I'm realizing now what the issue is. The default singing language is Japanese. I think I need to send it to English. All right. There you go. So yeah, a diphthong is like okay, an example is a normal vowel, right? Is like ah and e, right? A diphthong combines those. So it's like I, right? It's a transition between the two. I personally like when they're really audible. I know it's not common in singing, especially pop singing. People love to say ah instead of I, but I love over enunciating. I walk along. Like that. I love over enunciating.
I walk along.
Yeah. Let's see, over here I also kind of like to add little sounds at the end of certain vowels. I like to experiment to see if they work out. Oops, I did that wrong. Let me do that here. I did that wrong again. Awkward. Anyways. Yeah, I like that. Because I feel like, especially with long notes, I guess with like my accent, instead of it being really held out, like I walk along this, right? You kind of like turn into a schwa at the end of each line, right? I walk along, right? That kind of vibe. Long. It's like not as harsh as the indie singer. The indie singer is like a super characterized equivalent of that, right? Like, welcome to my kitchen, right? But I feel like a lot of singers naturally just, or at least I naturally just kind of do that, right? Like there's a reason indie singers got to that singing style, right? The cursive singing, yeah. It didn't come out of nowhere. It's because they were like, all right, what if we super accentuate when we end all of our syllables with a schwa, right? I walk along this path alone. we got avocados and bananas. The obnoxious, like I didn't study linguistics, but understanding phonemes, you're like, oh, I know how to get to that pronunciation. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. I understand it linguistically. You know? Can I hold your chin as well? Jolly huh? Huh? Maybe later. What's the difference between voice banks and vocal synths again? Ivy. Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know, or you just asked me to explain more? A voice bank is the vocal synth basically. The voice bank is the character. The vocal synth engine is the software that is on. Yeah. Thank you for your hard work yesterday. I missed your tuning. I look forward to it. I'm so excited to have fun today. Kawaii Maya, thank you so much. Let's have a lot of fun today. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I suppose, what is it? Vocal synth can refer to both, but more often than not, vocal synth refers to the mascot character. Because like Hatsune Miku Kasane Teto, those are like the mascot characters to the voice bank that they are selling, right? So I feel like that's the equivalent of vocal synth. But that is what a voice bank is technically. That's like what you buy, right? Like if you go to, oops, I did this wrong. If you go to buy a vocal synth, you buy the voice bank. If it's how to vocal synth means both. Like you need to buy the engine to use it once, like a video game console, but then you need to buy games for it, so voice banks for it, right? So the voice bank is kind of like the game equivalent to here, and the engine is like the console, but vocal synth refers to like everything, right? Vocal synth is like gaming. That's my best comparison I've got for it.
between twisted thorns.
Can you mix voice banks together? You used to be able to a little bit. There's some engines that let you do that, but there's some that really don't. Most of the time you can't. Or it would have to be like within the same voice bank. There are these things called, well, I think the first one was Hatsune Miku Append, but basically they're like different voices with different timbres, right? So you have things like Miku Soft, which instead of like, you got the default Hatsune Miku, and then you have Miku Soft, which is like, you know, instead of being like, Sekai de, she sings like, Sekai de, right? And you could kind of combine those together, right? Later on with Vocaloid 4, I think is what first introduced something called cross synthesis. But they had, like, you could not combine Hatsune Miku with Gumi, right? Like, it had to be within the same character, basically, or sometimes the same. Some companies were like, you can combine all of our voices. I think AHS did that with characters like Kayuki and Iroha and stuff. Yeah, it's like a Miku DLC. Yeah. No, you can do duets all you want. I like literally combining them to make one voice is the issue. Like, yeah. SynthV has something like that, but they've got, in fact, I probably should use it here. Well, no, I'll use it when I start properly tuning. I'm just doing pronunciation. They've got vocal modes. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. So Rose has natural, powerful, mellow, and ballad. So it was something like this, right? Here's natural, which you've been hearing. No, here's default, which you've been hearing.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns.
Right? Then we got natural, which is a bit less belting at the high notes, I think.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. You got...
Whoops. Oh no, it changed all the Japanese lines to English. No!
You kanaru yamini.
No! Hold on. I can do it later. Which is just a little bit softer than... Is it actually doing anything? Wait. Is it any different?
Counting the shooting stars.
Hello?
Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet. Spilling tears.
It just changed it to tears. Alright, natural doesn't do much. From what I can tell. It seems very subtle. But then we have powerful, which I know that one does a lot. That's normal. This is powerful.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. Uchi naru yamini, mushibamarete. Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet.
Versus.
Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet.
Right. Yeah. So this is there's these vocal modes which are kind of like the modern day equivalent of those different types of voice banks that would be released as entirely different voice banks back in the day that you'd have to buy. Now they're just included with most voices. There's also mellow.
Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet.
And ballad.
Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet. Spilling tears.
Yeah.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. Uchi.
Oops, I need to change this. Alright.
Thorns. Uchi.
Some voices have more drastic ones. Differences here. But yeah. Let me go through and find all the Japanese lyrics. I need to fix them. Oh no, she's singing it like me. 僕の発音みたいね. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright. Koko Rono Okuni. Alright. Let me fix this. Okay, okay. I think this song is a lot more English than I thought. For some reason, I forgot. Oh yeah, like the entire second verse and like there's all. There's a lot of English. I feel like I hear like 3 lines in Japanese. I'm like, okay, that song's in Japanese, even though a majority of it's in English. You know what I mean? All right, we're almost done. We're almost there. Okay, all right. There we go. So for the phoneme editing in Japanese, I don't do much because I don't trust myself to know the phonetics too well in Japanese. I think I can make a Japanese, like a vocal synth sing Japanese as if they are an American so good. But that's not the vibe here. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is by default, right? I think that's my best. I think that's my best thing if I don't want to give Rose an accent, right? Because my thing would be to make it like bouncy, which is very like that. Which I don't think that's not really what you want to do. The most that I might do for certain songs would be to like aspirate the consonant, which is where you take like the t for like te and you make it like te, right? Right? Because that's kind of trendy with singing, I feel. You know? But even then, that makes it very like accent stylized, right? All right. Let's add a really long breath here. Yeah. All right. Oh, I keep doing this wrong. Sorry. I'm rusty. Counting is a weird word because for a lot of stuff, I like to add a little stop there instead of actually saying the T sound, right? For some reason, I don't know, like it almost sounds like a, what is it? Low-key like the stereotypical British accent. Instead of doing like counting, I want to do like counting, right? Counting the shooting stars. Counting the I think, but for this one, I think we should just do the T sound, yeah. Let's see, so let's count. I think I don't need to over accentuate that one. Yeah. Low-key sounded better before. You know, a lot of this is also trial and error. Yeah.
the shooting star. Shooting stars that.
Let's see. I might go through and I might be less picky with the phoneme stuff because the pitch editing is where all the fun is, right?
Stars that fell.
Because I go through and I do one thing entirely. So I do like the phoneme editing first, and then we go through and do pitch editing later. But she's pronouncing all this pretty close to how I want it to be.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. Ooh,
You know? So
counting the shooting stars that. Stars that fell beneath my.
I think that's right here is a big one, is I would, instead of having a really pronounced T sound, so high especially, for like, that fell, right? I can't even hit that note right now. I just woke up. Ugh. That fell, right? I would rather go like, that fell, right? The like, sound, I think sounds better. Kind of like that, right? See, that. Yeah. You can even add a little sound here to kind of accentuate it more. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. All right. And this one, I want to continue to make the diphthong easy to understand. The my instead of ma, you know. When to notice the difference is only milliseconds. I'm playing it over and over. Basically. Let's see. I used to certain voices work well with this. Will Rose, instead of doing like, if they sound kind of nasally, or to be fair, Rose doesn't. She's definitely singing from like the chest, but this works great for like Teto. Where instead of like fully pronouncing like the T sound at the end of words, especially like nasalized vowels like e, right? Like eat, feet right here. You can do this little like break here, right? And it sounds more natural than if they went like eat, right? I think that works out. Yeah. I think it sounded better like this. Yeah. And then the age-old curse with the problem with every single vocal synth. Every single one. Since Vocaloid up until now. The word tier or tier versus tear, right? Where contextually it's impossible to tell in lyrics. And they're written exactly the same. But they're pronounced differently. You know? It defaults to tear instead of tier. So we want to just change that. Like that, there we go. And also right here, I think simplifying it a little bit. If it's a really quick note, we don't often pronounce everything. We kind of just approximate. So instead of saying like made of star, right? We'll be like made of star dust. Also, since it's kind of two separate words, star dust instead of stardust, I feel like it would be better if it were like an aspirated D sound. So instead of like star dust, it's star dust, right? This is another example. We wouldn't, since on this note, especially in English, would not say star dust 4, right? You would approximate star dust 4, right? You kind of really slur your words when singing, especially if the notes are fast. English is a language that already struggles for understandability on quarter notes. So with fast melodies, we're fighting for our lives. I feel like especially in the specific like overlap of Liver, where there's, you know, both English and Japanese lyrics and stuff, a lot of the times Japanese melodies are very difficult to sing in English because you can understand Japanese a lot easier with a quicker melody. The rate of understandability is a lot quicker, right? Like you can only reach a certain speed with English before it just becomes gibberish, even to like a born and raised like native speaker, you know? Let's see, I kind of want to accentuate that Earl sound, right? Can I do this without it sounding weird? That works. Yeah. Yeah, that's why there's so many misheard lyrics. Yeah. All right. Oh wait, do I have to? Is it like this? That's better. Wait. Nope, it's like this. All right. I try to add like an end breath sound, like kokoro no, but that's kind of tough to do with certain voices. Is this Rose? Yes, it is. What would be a good option here? Can I set this to this? Well, she answered for me. I'm trial and erroring my way over here. That's kind of fun. I can maybe make this much shorter. Can I do that? Yeah, okay. We kind of get that vibe still. Ooh. All right. We've learned a new trick. Specifically for Rose. For SynthV Studio 1. Very specific niche. Let's go. I think it's important to add little breath sounds. Also, it's tough because I'm playing just small tidbits instead of the entire part. Hold on, I'll finish this. I'll finish this line and then we'll start. I'll play line by line. I learned this new trick and I want to use it everywhere. It's dangerous. Let me try again. Is it crazy here? Wow. It adds emotion. Would it be better if I did this? Nope. This one's better. Oh. There we go. This would have been a good place to show you the glow. Stop. Right here. Like that. But I kind of like it when it flows. There we go. I'm having to change so much stuff around. All right. There we go. All right. I'll play the verse now up to the chorus. And this is just phonetics. This is not... Oh, also I should save this. Hold on. Ooh. Ooh. I haven't saved once yet. Uh-oh. All right. There we go. Awesome. Okay.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. 内なる闇に蝕まれて Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet. Spilling tears made a start just for the world to see. 心の奥に隠しきれない絶え間なき痛み
Woo. All right. I think this new little trick that we did here works really well for the lines in Japanese. Also, no pitch editing yet, so super flat. We're just focused on pronunciation for now. Yeah? Wait, I really want to know, but I also wanted you to keep yapping. Ivy! Thanks. I mean, I lock in so much of these, sometimes I forget what we were talking about, you know? I'm always like, okay, yeah, these are easy to talk over, but then I'm like, wait, I need to think, I need to problem solve here. Hold on. Why is she saying that like that? But thank you. And Joju, welcome back to the basement. Also, Mango, thank you so much for the kind message. Thank you. Well, I'm happy to share this with you. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Let's see. How's this sound? All right, this one I think we can work on the pronunciation a bit. Hopefully to make it easier to either understand or at least sound more emotive, right? Starting out with promise, just a little bit, right? I also think right here, we can just make this yo. I feel like it's quick enough you won't really notice. Yeah. Yo, check it out. Sorry, I keep thinking about that. I think I kind of want the to be held out longer, right? Because this is the chorus, right? You want to hold out the notes a little bit, right? Maybe I'll add a little bit of an sound here. Is that too much? Yeah, but now the G sound's not like enunciated enough, right? It's kind of Would it be crazy to add a K sound here? It kind of sounds like I hear glimmer better here. What do you think? Right? Even though that's a K, doesn't it sound more like the glimmer, like G? Right? What are we thinking? What do we think? Yeah? Let's go. Actually, I think for the chorus, I'm probably going to make Rose a belt. So let me grab the powerful one. This might change the pronunciation a little bit. Ah, wrong button. Ah, all right. All right. Whoops. Well, if it's this powerful. There we go. If it's the power mode, I can just keep the G. All right. That's what I thought. Let's see. Can we add this like sound at the end over here, or will it be weird? I kind of want to add a little vowel here. I feel like that end sound's held out too much for how like dramatic, right? This is the chorus, right? So you should always, I feel like when tuning the chorus, make it sound, well, for most songs, make it sound really emotive. You know, that's where singers, that's where, you know, you pour your heart out. Ah. There we go. I kind of like how this already is because it sounds separated, but that's how I think it fits, right? Right? Under sinking stardust skies. I think right here I'll just get rid of the T maybe. Yeah. Okay. So this one I think is easier because so I want to make the I sound more like if I, right? But for trade right here, I can do CH, the CH sound. Trade. Like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. That's let's see. I think I want her to say Twilight differently. You know, I feel like I kind of want to rewatch Twilight. It's been a while. Never used a synth before, so I'm kind of wondering if there's a physical piano used in the process. Not really, but there can be if you want to make the bass melody. You've watched it? Yeah, I've seen it before. Just the first one. I haven't seen the others. I haven't seen the one, what, New Moon? I haven't seen that one. What? We should do a watch along? Yo. I'm down. Alright, and then this next part's gonna be crazy. Why did I do this? Why do I keep doing this? I keep going interchanging between how I want to insert the phonemes. Ugh. Oh. Oops. I don't think I actually need that there. I think this should be just fine. Okay, way up here. I feel like when you're hitting notes this high, you don't enunciate. Like at all, right? Which works out, actually. But maybe this would be better if it was like a moan, right? Like, because it's so high. You really cannot tell. Yeah. Literally any vowel would work up here. We do at least want the vague phonemes to be there. Also, I wonder, can I add my little trick to make vocal synths pronounce and very like is to add a small little sound right here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I think that works out. So this part is kind of tricky for me because I feel like in the original, all these notes are meant to be separate, but when a vocal synth does it, they just sound super robot, you know? They just sound super duper robot, you know what I mean? Maybe we can make it work. Maybe I can do something like this, right? I think maybe we'll try and connect it, but also not, you know what I mean? Like maybe we'll just make the consonants, so instead of like the a, e, I, u, o, right? We make the like t sound longer, right? Right? I don't know. I don't know. That I feel like that changes. That makes it sound like she's saying shite, which is like a different word. So maybe we'll add another little end breath sound here, right? But not as enunciated, maybe? Let's see, how's it sound? Yeah. Also for this one, I think I might have to do ow. With that, yeah. Yeah, kind of like a staccato, but I'm trying to... We're experimenting here. We can also try something here. Hold on. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, I could do that over here. I feel like adding a little breath in the middle of a note can make it sound more emotive, but you have to do it right to make it work. So let me see. That works. Okay. So how do we have the chorus? Let me see. Okay, that works. And now let's move on to the actual pitch, right? So that was entirely flat. These are all the notes of the melody, right?
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns.
So that was just, what we just did was trying to kind of wrangle in the pronunciation, you know what I mean? So now we do the part that's really a creative endeavor where we try and change the pitch. She's flat. She is, but not flat. Flat is such an annoying term when referring to singing because people say flat when they mean that you are off pitch, and it's like, no, she is flat in that she is perfectly singing on the note. I learned the term flat from vocal synth, which is different from the proper term for flat when singing. Right? What is it? I think like an actual flat singing is like... Is it like this? Wait. Wait. Can I even do this?
I walk along this path alone between twisted thoughts.
No, not even. You know, it's like...
I walk along this...
Right? Like you... That's a different way of flat, but that's not what I'm talking about.
I walk along...
What I'm doing now is that she's flat completely on the note, which is a completely a term that like most human singers don't need to worry about because they don't do that. So now we want to add some pitch bends to make it sound more natural, right? So for example, adding a legato here. A legato is from a lower note to a higher note, right? So that would be like right here, making it go like this, right? Like that. Although I kind of went crazy with this. Hold on, let me tone it back. Let me dial it back a little bit. I walk along. All right.
I walk...
Can I just draw this vibrato? No, this is gonna be way too fast. Maybe we need to draw it slower.
Walk along.
Nope. Hold on. It's tough to figure out drawn on vibratos because they changed the tempo, right? If I drew this at a song that's at 120 BPM, this probably would work, but this song's at 185, so she becomes Chewbacca.
Walk along.
Right?
Walk along. Walk along.
Maybe we won't do a crazy vibrato there.
Walk along.
Very short one.
Walk along.
Yeah, it's trial and error usually for me. There's no one right way to do it, honestly. This is where it's completely up to preference. This is, you know, the artistic part.
Walk along.
Right. Everything has been the artistic, you know, part where we can like change the phonemes. That's also artistry, you know, that's picking how we want it to sound. You know, this is like the part where every aspect of tuning is that part. Yeah. Yeah, by your ear. Yeah. Choices, exactly. Freestyle, yeah. Hold on, I need to figure out what vibrato is what am I feeling? Bit too fast. The thing is, the faster you go, the less intense you want it to be. Right? So maybe this? It's not horrible, it's not what I want. It sounds fairly natural.
I walk along this on this
Yeah.
on this.
So now you're just kind of drawing the pitches, and this is how singers like basically dance around the melody, right?
On this path.
Where you can add fun sounds and stuff.
Path along.
Here's a good spot for a vibrato, I think.
Along between.
And I listen to it in snippets. I'm like, all right, that sounds good. Let's keep going so that I can tune fast.
Between.
Between twisted thorns. I kind of like that, right? That. So let me add that here.
Twin twist.
I think I would have to change the pronunciation a little bit here, so let me do that.
Twin twist. Twin twisted.
So I was worrying about that vibrato, but we can also just what is it? Go over here and add a vibrato via this. There's a way to automatically do it. Wah, wah. All right, let's see.
Twisted thorns, thorns. 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 Thorns.
But it's so like specific that it's like, I don't know.
Thorns.
I kind of prefer drawing them on, but that's an option too.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns.
Yeah, we can do that though. Let me do this maybe.
Thorns.
Yeah. And that's basically it. Now you just keep tuning. I'm just going to keep tuning in a way that I think works, right? How I'm listening to it. I'm like, how would I want this to be sung, right? Or how would I sing it? You know, it's not exactly how you would sing it. It can be how you would want something to be sung if you like aren't much of a singer yourself, right? Let's see, would this be too crazy to add a vocal, like a little crack here? It's kind of crazy. But I kind of like it. Maybe a less intense one. Maybe like one right here. Yeah. Wah. Why did you see it move the entire song back? That's crazy. Sometimes it glitches out. Oops. I kind of want to add a little bit of a vibrato here to make this part sound a little shaky. You know, I feel like that'd be fun. Adds a little bit of texture, you know? Let's see, what's the... All right. And then I like to do a note that drifts down a little here. Yeah. It's a little too fast, right? Let me lighten it up a little bit. All right, so now that's this part. Very shaky, actually. Maybe I'll keep this one. I did all that, but I feel like some parts that sound super stable sound cool, you know what I mean? In fact, maybe even no vibrato here, you know? Maybe we just want it to be like... I think actually, yeah. I'm trying to think of if I were to sing this, like if I were to actually belt like this part, I would probably hold out this instead of vibrato that, you know? Yeah, like that. Yeah. Oh, wait, we're on the wrong... What is it? She's on powerful. We don't quite want that. Although, she is eating it up. How does it sound not on powerful? Still alright, alright. So I always normally start a line with a legato, right? From one note lower to higher. Because it kind of, in most instances, I feel like a singer's natural pitch lies lower than the note they're trying to hit for the first line, right? And then transitioning to the next note a little early also can be a fun thing. Like that, you know? I also like to start the legato from like the lower note to the higher note, sometimes a bit late in the middle of a line, especially with SynthV, because it adds a fun little like blip. Like that, see? Versus like... Right? It just adds a little bit of a pitch variation that I think makes it sound more intriguing. With the English, I also add legatos on the start of words, right? Or syllables. Like you, this is an exception because of how the melody line is, right? Like, counting. I feel like you would sing it like that, right? But like for shooting, you'll be, because that's the word shooting, right? The stress is on shoot, right? So then it'll be like, counting the shooting stars, right? If anything, I might even change the pronunciation here to make this less emphasized, right? The shooting stars. Like that. That's mainly with English. The shooting. Good to add a little vibrato there, right? The shooting. Slower. Perhaps, but yeah. The shooting stars. Do I have SV2? I do. I just prefer one personally, because I like the control you get over this manual tuning mode. SV2, SynthV2 kind of gets rid of that. It's still there, kind of, but it's not as much. Let's see, we can add a fun little variation here. I'm kind of... Let's see, can I do this here? Is this a good play? Nah. Alright, how about like... This might be overtuning. This might be going too crazy. that fell beneath. Yeah, that fell. I think if I make it slower, right? All right. I don't like that sound here. Let me change it a little bit. Let me move it back a little bit, like this, perhaps. All right. Be crazy to add another vibrato here. I'm not sure. I feel like an early tuning mistake a lot of people do is they add a vibrato every other note. But I don't know, sometimes you are shaky, right? I also like to try and, because by default right now the transition between these notes is like slow, right? I like to make it more jumpy by doing a little dip down, then a dip up, right? Like that. It's a little subtle, but I think it kind of makes it more robotic, but I like it, right? It makes it sound more like a jump instead of tears, right? It's like tears, that kind of vibe, right? All right. I think a dip down here early would be good. Maybe not that early. Maybe around here? Yeah. Kind of locked in. But I feel like I've explained most of what I do. Then it's kind of just utilizing those little things here and there, right? Like I'm doing the thing where I do the note higher to lower, the legato here. Right? Because you don't do too many variations, actually, I feel, when singing. I feel like a slow thing here might be fun. And maybe a little vocal run here, maybe. Hold on, let me set these lines to be smaller. All right. Yeah, all right. I like that. Yeah. All right, so here is that. I'll play the whole first part of the verse.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. 内なる闇に蝕まれて Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet. Spilling tears made the stars just for the world to see.
Yeah. I feel like the vocal runs are a bit much, right? But I think because it's a cover, it's kind of okay. But like if I were, you know, tuning this with the intentions of like, I don't know. I don't know. Can I make this a bit more subtle? I think that's a bit better. Where are some of the curves in dotted lines? Ooh, where? Oh, wait. I think these. Oh, that's because there's no note here. So it's like this. It's like if you put a note here, this is where the curves would be, but nothing's here, so nothing will play. Right? Yeah.
Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet. Spilling tears made a start just for the world to see.
All right. Now let's try this. It's a bit fast, isn't it? There we go. Japanese is kind of harder for me to tune. I'm like, okay, I got the English down, but then I go to Japanese and I'm like, wait, how would you sing this? Where would you put the stress on? Huh? Wait, is there stress? What do you mean? What do you mean that the Japanese language doesn't have stress syllables and that it's flat? Huh? Where do I put the legato? You know? Maybe this. All right, I think that sounds all right. I like how flat it sounds. I know that's not very realistic, but I'm enjoying that for these lines. Like the tone, Rose's tone with the held out notes. they're so clear, you know? So cool. All right, let me do that. Would it be crazy to add like a vocal run here, or is that too much? Is that engaging in diva mode too severely? Also, tangent, is that how the kids talk these days? Full diva mode. What do we know what the kids say? Oh, I know what might be better. Maybe this? Nope, never mind. I kind of like that. You know, that's the whole point too. We're trying to make a different, you know, a vibe that's kind of different than the original, right? And we also invited Chewbacca to the party. When you diva mode too much and you get a little nervous. Afterwards. Whoa. Bruh. I'll get there eventually. I'll get there eventually. It is giving never-ending midnight sun. Alright, while I'm here, I just stressed so much about drawing that one vibrato, I'm not going to do it on this one. Alright. Okay. Let's see, how does this sound? How did we do here? Maybe no vibrato here. I feel like it's a bit too many vibratos, right? It's a bit much. Yeah. Bro, please, I'm too sleepy for all these hip with the kids lingo you've been saying. I feel like a fever dream. Ivy. She's singing like Rent is too. Also crazy. That's the fun of it though. Tuning a vocal synth, you get to let them go crazy, yeah? You get to go crazy with it. Let me see. Oh. Also, Ren, thank you so much for your kind message. I think I did. I think it was. Thank you. Also, Kawasaka, thank you so much for the kind message. Thank you. And good luck. You've got this. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's try and tune the chorus, yeah? Mm-mm. Actually, let's listen to what I've got so far. It's fun to do that. It's fun to go back and listen. Let's listen to everything, then play through the chorus, and you'll see the stark difference between tuned and untuned.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. 内なる闇に蝕まれて counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet. Spilling tears made a start just for the world to see. 心の奥に隠しきれない絶え間なき痛み Promise you'll shimmer, glimmer and shine under sinking stardust skies. If I trade away the twilight just to see you one last time. A mountain and a memory, 星空の下闇を消して I'll keep you safe by my side.
Alright, so now we need to tune the chorus to make it not flat. Although I still stand by that the super flat robotic sounds fun. I like it, but it's not the vibe. It's not the vibe here. Alright. Although we probably don't need to do too much tuning here, right?
Promise you'll share. Promise you'll share.
I feel like even though no legato on the second syllable, this part, the melody kind of calls for it here. Also, for choruses, you don't really want to play around with the melody too much because they're supposed to get stuck in your head, right? Alright, I think here I want to do a vibrato. Can I do it first try? Let's see. Yay, I did. Alright. Sounds serviceable. Good enough. How does this sound? I kind of want to... I want to add the vibrato here, but I'm not sure. Maybe if I do this. A little fast, but actually not horrible. Guys, I think This place is haunted. Me when I see a spooky ghost. Wait, let me get rid of this. Me when I see a spooky ghost. What was that?
If I
A lot of it is just overplaying parts, really small snippets, and being like, all right, is this registered in my head? Does it sound good? Yeah, it does. Or maybe no, it doesn't. I need to go back and fix it. Maybe I could add this vibrato here. Rose, what is your favorite vampire novel and movie franchise?
Twilight.
Wow, you heard her here first, folks.
Just to see.
Maybe this.
To see. To see. To see you. You want that. Last time.
This is so cool. Yo, Maria. Hey. Welcome. I'm tuning your song. Do you want to hear what I got so far? Hold on. We're editing the pitch now. I got the pronunciation and pitch. After this, I'm going to go through and we're going to edit the tone a little bit. So she's got the same emotions all the way through. But here's what we've got so far.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. 内なる闇に蝕まれて Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet. Spilling tears made a start just for the world to see. 心の奥に隠しきれない絶え間なき痛み Promise you'll shimmer, glimmer and shine under sinking stardust skies. If I trade away the twilight just to see you one last time.
And now we're at the part, which is crazy, by the way. What, the A5 and then B5 in the final chorus. Your range is crazy. I don't even think a vocal synth can really hit that. But I'm gonna do my best. Sounds so good already. Let's go. I'm glad you like it. I'm having a lot of fun tuning it. All right, let's see. How do I want to do this? All right, let's see. Because it's the chorus, so I feel like you've got to put power into there, right? Let's try and do this. Good enough. Good enough for now. We'll figure out the timbre and the tone later. We'll do that later. All right, let's add some. Let's just keep playing on the melody. Yeah. It's tough because I'm like, what is it? Most of my tuning stuff is like, okay, how would I sing this, or how would I hear a vocalist that I like, you know, sing this part? And low-key, the only vocalist I've heard to sing this part is Maria. Like a note this high with that much power, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, I can't do that. We gotta do something different. I'm trying to do a different vibe than just like, you know, recreating the original song. 'Cause that's the fun of vocal synths, you know? You're bringing a different vibe entirely. Memory. A bit of vibrato here, perhaps. Oh, and then Nihongo. I don't think I want to do the... I think just there. I think that sounds good because I don't want to do too many like squeaky parts, right? Back to back. It's kind of like the vibratos. You don't want to do too many back to back because then, you know, the singer sounds really shaky. If you do too much squeaky stuff back to back, then the singer sounds like, I don't know. It works with certain genres and certain songs. The thing I asked for this song is for it to be a belting song, so that's why it gets so high. Yo. Oh. Well, belting's one thing, but belting so high too is crazy. I feel like I mean, it differs, of course, right? But my belting has a limit before I'm like, okay, I have to falsetto or I have to head voice, otherwise I am going to die. You know? That's crazy. That's awesome though. Let's go. All right, let's I don't know about that. I feel like coming from like down up, right? When singing, I feel like when adding pitch bends, if you want it to sound more so like it's coming from the chest, you want to go lower, like make the dip start lower. And if you want it to be kind of like from the head voice or something like that, you want it to start higher. So this register is more powerful, even if the note is like the exact same. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna add a vibrato here at like the end, right? How's this? Nice. All right. And then a voice crack, because that's always fun. It really makes it sound dramatic. Although I feel like I want to make this not as dramatic here, right? Yeah. Yeah, that works out. Sure. How's that line sound now? I want like the... I don't want it to be that crazy. How's this? That's better. That's better. All right. Okay, we're almost done with the chorus. I think a vibrato here would sound really cool, but maybe it'll sound goofy. I don't know. Maybe it'll be too shaky. It's a bit much. So much trial and error. I'm a little rusty. All right. I actually think it might be better if there's a longer pause between these two, right? Something like this. Maybe this. I think a vibrato here would work. Yeah, yeah. Woo. Final stretch. I'm running. For now. I just want to tune up through the first chorus for today. Because I have something else I want to show you. I prepared something. But I also want to go through and do the timbre edit, so... we're not quite there yet. We still got a bit more to go. Almost done with the pitch. What I would say is the most important part. That's pretty good. Maybe a little bit faster.
Side.
Yay! Okay. So, here's the whole thing with the pitch editing and the phoneme editing.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. 内なる闇に蝕まれて Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet. Spilling tears made of stars just for the world to see. 心の奥に隠しきれない絶え間なき痛み Promise you'll shimmer, glimmer and shine under sinking stardust skies. If I trade away the twilight just to see you one last time, a mountain and a memory. 星空の下闇を消して I'll keep you safe by my side.
Yeah, let's go. Yippee. All right, next thing to edit will be the vocal timbre. All right, so with this one, I think a ballad is a good one to do for the verses, right?
I walk along this path alone between
So maybe something like this where it starts off soft, but the lower notes get more powerful.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns.
Maybe even mellow for like this part. So these are the vocal modes, and that's how you change like the timbre and stuff, right?
Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet, spilling tears.
I think a little more powerful there is good. And then let's see, maybe ballad here, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm controlling the vocal modes for certain notes and certain parts of the song. Yeah. So down here at the low means that it's not turned on, and up here means it's at like 150% over here. You can kind of see on the right as it goes, right?
Spilling tears.
Like that. When it plays both mellow and ballad, does it play in a mixed sound? Kind of, but they're fighting. It's like there could only be a total of 200%. So they're kind of fighting. None of them can be at like 150% type deal. You can get kind of a mixture, but none of them can be at their max capacity. How's the sound?
Spilling tears made a start just for the world to see.
I think the high notes here being falsetto might be fun. So maybe if I do like this. Because I think the belting part, at least for Rose, should be in the chorus, right? No, I think ballad here would be good. Loki just like the entire part. And then I think the chorus will be easy. I think all powerful all the time, yell forever all the time. Rah! Right? I think that's all we gotta do. Hold on. They'll be straight up. I'm not even kidding. Watch, check this out. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Well, okay, maybe for this part we can be a little bit softer. And maybe let's add like ballad to this part. All right.
Promise you'll shimmer, glimmer, and shine under sinking star the skies. If I trade away the twilight just to see you one last time, a mountain and a memory, 星空の下、闇を消して I'll keep you safe by my side.
Yeah. Yeah. Sheesh, let's go. There's still some more that I can edit. That was just the vocal modes. Now we can do tension is a good one. If there's some parts that still sound too loud.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns.
If I want this part to be kind of like
Between twisted thorns.
like that, right? I like tension for where is it? Any vibrato I want to make really shaky.
Thorns.
Maybe this even, right? I kind of like to trace it. You can barely see it. Hello. There we go.
Thorns.
Right? It really makes it sound shaky.
Thorns.
The tension makes it either more powerful or softer. This would be a good one too to do that with. Maybe not that much. Maybe like at the end, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of a lot. I don't think I actually want to edit that much. I think I want to do like barely any. You know what? We'll leave this as it is. We'll leave this. Is Mellow here? Mellow, you come back for this part. Mellow vocal mode. Just a little bit. It's a little too belty. No, it's not belty enough. It's a fine balance. There we go. Key to use for canceling curves. Oh, you just hold the left mouse click, draw. Right mouse click, erase. It's very simple.
Counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet, spilling tears made a stop.
Maybe here's a good part also.
Spilling tears made a start just for the world to see.
We can also go crazy here. I think I will do that for up here. Let's see. Can we make Rose belt this part? All right, let's do tone shift. How does this sound? How does this sound? Tone shift, I wish I could explain what it does. I don't know. This one sounds better. I have my assumptions. They're always proven wrong. I'm just gonna, it changes something. Let's turn down the brightness entirely. Who needs to breathe up here? We're in space. Up there with the moon. All right, and then tension. Bam! It's very clear, but it's very quiet. Rose, speak up. She's becoming a sine wave. It's good enough. This works. The amount of things I had to tweak just to do that. I think for this one I also want to, what is it? Something like this? I'm not that crazy. And a little bit of a fade out on certain notes adds a bit. There we go. Okay. Now I can put together and show you the thing that I prepared. The thing that I am so prepared for. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on, I'll bring back the BGM. Chotomate. Dayone. Alright. Oh. Oh. Tune is so fast. Ginjoka power. Miyakawa. I'm glad you think so. I was running. As someone who hears nothing but their own head voice without intense focus, the fact your brain works this way is absolutely fascinating. You're so cool. You're my hair. Oh, shucks. No, shucks. I'm glad you think so. It's, it's kind of weird. I feel like I do, what is it? Forget that kind of stuff. Like what? There's that tweet going around that's like, okay, forget visualizing an apple. Can you hear a bell? And I'm like, wait, do people not hear sounds in their head? So that's crazy, but thank you for your support. It's okay. I will play the bells for you. All right, let me see. I have something prepared for you. Yeah. Let me grab it. Let me make sure this looks out. Okay. All right. Okay. Anything crazy here? No. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So. Show. What if I told you that I pre-mixed a little thing so we could hear the tuning on the instrumental, and I also have some backing vocals already rendered out and overlapped and everything? What if I told you that? Yeah, that's all we tuned. Yippee! But yeah. That's why you saw some harmony layers in the thing. I can render something else out. Hold on, I totally messed up. Hold on. I forgot to render out the octave down. Hold on, let me do that. We can play it again. Give me a check. Yeah, almost all the夢ノ結唱are here. Yeah. I think the only one who isn't here is Pastel. But the overlap vocals that I did are this is Rose and Poppy.
Promise you'll share my glimmer and shine under sinking stardust skies.
This harmony is Aver.
Promise you'll share my glimmer and shine under sinking stardust skies.
This one's Halo.
Promise you'll share my glimmer and shine under sinking stardust skies.
And then the octave down, where'd I put it? I need to. I mean, that's still gonna be Rose, but I need to let me chuck that in there now, because right now it's flat.
Promise you'll share my glimmer and shine under sinking stardust skies.
Let me chuck that in there. Boom.
Promise you'll share my glimmer and shine under sinking stardust skies. If I trade away the twilight just to see you one last time.
Yeah, and then I think I put way too much delay over here. Hold on.
I walk along this path alone between twisted thorns. Uchinaru yamini mushibabarete, counting the shooting stars that fell beneath my feet.
All right, let's try again. Okay, one more time. This time with the proper octave down. Yippee! Yeah. Yeah. If you want to, be sure to listen to the original song, by the way. Linked in the pinned message, also in the description. Banger track. Yay. Yippee. Wahoo. Yeah. Here's the acapella. Hold on, let me turn it down a little bit.
Promise you'll share my glimmer and shine under sinking stardust skies.
That's all you get. Yippee! But yeah, that's what we did today. That tuning, and I did this mixing preemptively, but Let me see. Oh my goodness. Overachiever King never changed. Mr. Insane Producer Ryasu. I wanted to show you, like, that mixing is half of tuning. You know what I mean? Like, this tuning sounded fine in the engine, but once it's mixed, it's like, hold on. You know, even I was surprised. Like, the verse, especially this part, I was like, hold on. Did my tuning sound that good? Mixing is literally half of tuning. So I wanted to show you that it's crucial. Oh, I'm pretty proud. Let's go. You crazy, crazy man. I love you. Abby, I love you too. Bro, you don't want me to go to bed. I see you're so insane. What? I don't even have the energy to crash out right now. You're insane. OMG, so good. Ivy, I'm glad you like it. Ginjoka, you're insane. I love you. This is rockin'. Red. Thank you. Well, it's because this track is insane and awesome. Go stream Lunaria by Marionette, yeah? My goat is so goated. Wow, insane. Waylon. Aw, shucks. Thank you, thank you. Why are you so cool and talented and amazing? Thank you for my Sugoi Serpent life. Shun, thank you for being here. I'm glad you had fun. You're insane. Actually insane, Ginjoka. I'm losing it. Akai. Let's go. Dude, how are you so cool? This is awesome. Brainy. Let's go. I'm glad you like it. That's it. I think I'm going to wrap up here. That's you know, I don't have time to tune the full song today, but yeah, tuning up through the course was a lot of fun. Yeah. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for hanging out while I tuned. Thank you for listening to Rose sing Lunaria by Marionette, which you can listen to, watch the MV on YouTube and listen to on most streaming services, by the way. So go listen to it. It's a banger song. It's so good. When did you even have the time to do this? When did I do it? I think the night before the 12-hour stream, so like 2 days ago. Getting the mixing stuff all together, you know, outlining the track, getting all the mixing stuff, it doesn't take me too long. But it takes me a little too long for a stream. It takes me like 2 to 3 hours, I think. Maybe? 1 to 2. I don't know. It depends. Really? Yeah, it was recent. KT, thank you so much for the rose. Thank you. Hold on, I'm gonna go over here so we can chat, yeah? But I'm glad that you like it. Yippee! Let me see, let me do this. Okay. How are you as a person? Actually real? I've mixed many a thing, so I've outlined many a song, so but yeah, lots of fun. And it helps that the song's so good, yeah? Oh my Ginjoka, you're a crazy god. Oh shucks. You're generally so talented and awesome. I need 2% of your talent and or aura, please. Killian, what? No, you've got so much more talent and aura than just 2%. You know what I mean? Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you like what I do. I'll take the compliment, thank you. Man, Kamioshi's so cool. What can't he do, man? Nah. There's many things I can't do, actually, but thank you. Awesome, you're so cool. I love you, my love. Mayu, I love you too. No, you're so cool. Thank you so much. Big smooch for the coolest guy. That's you, by the way, Waylon. Oh, that's me. No, shucks. Well, thank you. We love you. Please never go bald. You know, I'll do my best. Thank you. Let me see. Wow, you're so talented and incredible. I love seeing you enjoy what you love to do. Lynn, thank you. It's a lot of fun, so it, what is it? It doesn't even feel like work, you know? It doesn't even feel, it's like a fun thing to do, you know? Just to be able to mix and do all this fun stuff. I have so much fun with it. I love it. I love it a lot. So thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed watching me. Yeah. I do like the mixing part too. I really like mixing, but that is a bit less fun to stream because I kind of lock in. So that I tend to do off stream. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Is it okay to clip that little surprise or just tuning streams in general? I just want to make sure it's okay. You're so cool, never stop. Abby, I'm not sure. I don't think there's any major rule against it, but I feel like it might be a bit of a gray area. You know what I mean? So, my answer, unfortunately, is that I am not sure. But I'm glad you like it enough to want to do that, yeah? Thank you, thank you. Let me see. You're the coolest, like, ever. I don't know how you do it. Pup, aw, shucks. No, you're the coolest ever, my wonderful Zerpents, yeah? Thank you. My Zugoi life, ooh, I love you so much. Nene, love you so much too. Wow. Thank you for being here, yeah? Thank you. Waiter, I need the bartender to mix tune more on stream. His aura is too much. Otsu, shin. Thank you. I'm glad that you like my mixing, yeah? Of my drinks and my beats. Thank you, thank you. Saying it so casually, bro. I'm gonna squish you. Okay. Oh, shucks. Well, thank you. I'm so proud to have you as my Kamiyoshi. Wow, Arelico. I'm so proud to have my wonderful Zerpents, yeah? Thank you, thank you. Otsu, you seriously never stop surprising us. This is so awesome, so cool. I love you, goat. Kit, yeah, I love you too. Oh, shucks. I'm glad you like it, yeah? Thank you, thank you. Let's see, let me see. And we get to call this cool AF guy our Kamiyoshi. How lucky are we? This was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for sharing it with us. Yamehea, thank you for being here. And thank you for joining me along the process, yeah? I like tuning. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Yeah, thank you. I love that your biggest flex is, oh, I did this in a day. Like, dare I say it's the only time you have aura? I don't stop, please. My Ginjoka kind of homeless. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's the only time I have aura? Are you sure? Oh, shucks. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you think it's an hype and aura moment. Yeah, thank you. Snowy Silence, thank you so much for the heart. Thank you. Wow. Never had so much fun watching someone tune, but thank you for making this so fun. Amazing Oshin, amazing stream. Wow, Mystica, thank you so much for being here, yeah? I'm glad you had fun. Thank you, thank you. I love this music, nerdy green snake man, so much. This is a wonderful life, and I am living it. Oh, Sikako, that's so sweet. Thank you for being my wonderful Zerpents, yeah? Thank you, thank you. It's so crazy to me that we just get to witness this, the whole thing. Thank you for being the coolest man to walk on Earth. Pip, I don't know about that. I don't know about the coolest man to walk on Earth, but, you know, I'm happy to be by your side, my wonderful Zerpents, yeah? Thank you, thank you. You really are crazy? Ah, shucks. Ah, shucks. Oh, wow. I was so mesmerized by everything you're doing that I forgot it's my birthday until someone greeted me. Thank you for the amazing stream and 1 year of Zealous EP. I always get the best unintended gifts from you. Love you. You're the coolest when you're in your element. Yeah. Shun, what? Happy birthday. Whoa. Well, thank you so much for stopping by on your very special day. And I'm happy that I could give you a birthday present, yeah? But I love you too. Oh. And you know, we got a very special song when someone's birthday, yeah? All right, everyone. Join in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shun. Happy birthday to you. Yay, happy birthday. Thank you so much for stopping by on your very special day. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your birthday, week, month, year, all the way up until your next birthday, yeah? Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Also, thank you so much for the red super chat. Akasupa wo hontoni arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Also, this is where I say goodbye. I'm gonna go conk out. It was nice seeing you today and spending time with you. Gamba on your karaoke. Don't be nervous. It's just a serpent. Love you so much. Mwah. Aw, Ivy, that's so sweet. Thank you. How'd you know I was nervous? I'll do my best, but thank you so much. And go rest up, all right? Take it easy. Thank you for spending time with me, yeah? Thank you. Oh. But yeah, I'm kind of wrapping up early because I need to go prepare for the karaoke, which I'm doing on Bilibili in about 7 hours, yeah? Scary! Kawaii-o! But this was so much fun. And please sleep. I just woke up. I just woke up a few hours ago, so I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. But with that said, I think I might get going a bit quickly here. Yeah. But I had so much fun today. I had so much fun today. Yeah. I do feel like I want to do more tuning streams like these in the future because they're just so fun. Yeah. And I like that I get to show you the whole process of vocal synth stuff. Yeah. So thank you for being here and thank you for being receptive to it and interested in it. Makes me very happy to hear. Yeah. And well, thank you so much. Let's see. Oh, I'm in love with your art and the man behind it. I'm so glad I'm here. It was a pleasant time. Arigatou. Daisuki da yo. Good luck with karaoke too. Mayu, thank you so much. I'm in love with my wonderful serpent too. Thank you. And I will do my best. Gamarimasu. Daisuki da yo. Thank you. But I'm gonna get going now, alright? So until next time, yeah. Goodbye. Farewell. Adios. じゃあね。じゃあまた。再见。再会。안녕. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you. Wait, it's after midnight on your side? It's now the 18th. Happy Zealous Day for real this time. Good luck in your karaoke later. S-Hang. For real. Happy Zealous Day for real. Let's go. Thank you so much. Keep being awesome. Thanks for sharing your interest. Mango, thank you for being here. Oh, I'm excited to keep doing fun stuff with you, yeah? Thank you. But I'm gonna get going now, yeah? So, until next time, goodbye, my wonderful serpents. See you fairly soon, yeah? Bye-bye. Oh my god, everyone's playing Tomodachi Life. Which of the 7 Tomodachi Life streams do you want to go to? No, I was gonna redirect to Alvin because he's the only one not playing Tomodachi Life, but he's wrapping up. What if I go really quick? Bye.